There's been a lot of talk about YouTube keyword research, that it's over, that you shouldn't focus on it. And the fact of the matter is the algorithm no longer pays attention to keyword phrases. And the sad fact is this is entirely not true. Fact of the matter is there's been a lot of misinformation based on how SEO as well as YouTube keyword research works. Today I wanted to set the record straight. With over 22 years in keyword research, starting way back in the day with Google, and today now really focused on understanding an audience, how they search, what matters to them, and more. And here's why you should absolutely watch this video, because it'll help you get more views. I'm going to show you in this video what that looks like. It'll help you to get more subscribers. Again, I'm going to back it up with data because we're going to kind of get nerdy here. So I want to encourage you to watch this entire video because it's going to be packed. It's literally a masterclass on how to understand and decipher YouTube keyword research. Let's jump in. Start off by clicking the like and/or subscribe button, and the first thing I want to talk about is this. This is part one, exactly how effective are keyword phrases and how can you move forward and incorporate them into your video, and also how they don't work and the things you're gonna have to overcome. First off, there are three primary algorithms that drive views on YouTube, and they comprise of search, suggested, and browse traffic on YouTube. Fact of the matter is all of these algorithms take into consideration keyword phrases. And I want to back that up with this statement that comes from YouTube. Check out the last sentence highlighted in yellow. When was the last time the user watched a video on this topic? How do you think the algorithm understands topics? By understanding words, and specifically keyword phrases. They matter. They can help you, and I'm going to help you make it happen right now. Second of all, go into video details and notice these little question marks, these little icons in the title and description. If you were to click one, you'll get this little statement here. It says, a catchy title can help hook viewers. When creating a video title, it's a good idea to include keywords that your audience is likely to use when looking for videos like yours. Now that's beginner stuff, and I'm going to show you how to dramatically increase the subscriber gain to your videos by really understanding the audience, what they're searching for, and how to boost your results. Let's keep going. So the short answer, yes, keywords still matter, but sadly for most YouTubers, they'll never really see that. They'll think it doesn't work, and this part is so important. You see, your video still has to compete with other videos that are on a similar topic. You have to keep viewers watching. The more people subscribe, the more that sends a signal to the algorithm. The more they engage with your video and your channel as a whole really helps the algorithm understand that not only is the viewer interested in your video, that's the title and the thumbnail. When you get someone to click, that shows interest. But when you can back that up, when you can keep them watching longer and subscribing, well then that sends an entirely more powerful signal. Is that a sentence? Let's go with it. That really demonstrates that they value and enjoy your video, and it's more likely to be pushed out by the algorithm. In fact, let's go back to that statement from YouTube. Check out this section. How many videos has the user watched from this channel? That's really gauging not the title and the thumbnail and the keywords, but how much did they enjoy your video. So understand that keyword phrases can help you reduce the competition, making it easier for you to get more views. However, how you implement the keyword phrases can make it easier for you to compete. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I'm searching here for YouTube SEO 2024. My video ranks number 2, and notice the little icon in the right-hand corner. It says filters. If I click on that, this comes up. And notice at the very right of these columns, we have sort by. The videos are sorted by relevance. That word is powerful. When we know how to leverage the power of relevance, we're going to be more likely to rank higher. In this case, yes, in search, but also generally speaking in browse and suggested videos. Now, this particular video has done well over the last, 3 months, driving 8,400 views. And the amount of people subscribing is absolutely insane. Close to 9% of the viewers over the last week have subscribed to this video and my channel based on, finding the information helpful. And that's because we're going to really talk about something called viewer intent. And when you understand viewer intent, it's going to help you, as promised, to increase the amount of people subscribing to your channel, which again sends a signal to the algorithm, helping you get more views. And here's another example of me ranking in search, driving views, and note, I still get a lot of views through browse and some through suggested. Part 2, understanding the audience and gaining more subscribers with every video you publish. One of the great things about leveraging keyword phrases is it allows you to really accomplish 2 powerful things. Number 1, it can allow you to dramatically reduce the competition, which we'll talk more about as we continue, meaning less competition, you're still getting views, but you don't have to be as amazing as some of the other YouTubers in your particular niche. And then number 2 is it allows you to really understand what your audience wants. I can't tell you how many people say, I just don't really understand my audience. This is the key to unlock that, to have a better understanding so you can crush it. And the way to make that happen is to understand the power of viewer intent. The definition of that is this: determined to do something. So when you look at a keyword phrase, the first thing I want you to think about is what exactly is the person who's online and searching for this kind of keyword phrase? What are they trying to do? What are they trying to accomplish? And there's one more thing we can do to really supercharge that, and that is to look for really specific and detailed keyword phrases. They're typically a little bit longer, and thus they contain more information, helping us to really understand what the viewers are after. For example, back in the day, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars selling Halloween costumes. Now, this is a keyword phrase that if you rank for it, you could make a lot of money, but it's going to be so very competitive. Halloween costumes. And what do we know about the person searching for that phrase? Are they looking for men's costumes? Women's costumes? Do they need a small size or a plus size? Are they looking for toddlers? Do they want face makeup? We really have no idea. Instead, by getting really specific and looking for keyword phrases that are specific, well, all of a sudden, it's so very easy to get more people to subscribe, to get more people to buy, because we understand exactly the viewer's intent. This is a great example of that kind of keyword phrase. Plus size candy corn costume. It's not a witch costume, it's a candy corn costume. It's not a women's costume, it's a plus size costume. More specific. It's going to be less competitive, and all I need to do is really honor what the viewer is searching for, and I'm going to be able to kick butt. Now, by the way, you can apply this to any niche, including yours, on YouTube. Think about what your viewers are searching for. If you're a gamer, instead of talking about your favorite game, go really nuanced or niche. Talk about one gun, one map, a super weird strategy. Create something, again, specific, and research the keyword phrases people are looking for, as I'm going to show you in just a bit, and you're going to crush. And I want to show you what happens when you don't honor the intent of the viewer. When you don't really honor what they're trying to achieve, sometimes it doesn't work out. Like I have this video that ranks and still drives views today based on how to get views with YouTube tags, or YouTube tags to get more views. Fact of the matter is that doesn't really work. So what is the intent of the viewer? To get more views. But fact of the matter, I'm saying in my video, it doesn't work. Is that congruent or in alignment with what the viewers want? No. How many subscribers am I getting based on, say, 100 viewers to my video? 0. It takes about 200 viewers to a video to get 1 subscriber, because I'm not in alignment with the intent of the viewer. And yet this video is such a great example of what happens when you're totally in alignment with the viewer. This particular video over the last 7 days got a whole 279 views, but check out the amount of people subscribing. It's almost 10%, which is absolutely insane. Why? I delivered on what they want, and my video was in alignment with their needs. Part 3, getting an algorithm boost with the videos you publish based on including keyword phrases. Let's talk a little bit more about that relevance because it's so very powerful. Relevance, being closely connected or appropriate. And again, anytime you search YouTube, you can sort the results based on relevance. Now, how many people do you think actually click that button? Hardly anybody, which means the results are always sorted by relevance. And that's the boost. The more relevant your video title and video is, the more likely you're going to beat out bigger channels. And this is exactly how to do that. When you're uploading your video, there are really only 3 or 4 places to include your keyword phrase. That would be in your YouTube title, your description, or your YouTube tags. The last 2 items I mentioned, they don't matter. YouTube tags really don't matter at all, and the description has such a small impact. However, when you think about how the title triggers the algorithm, and even better, it triggers a viewer. Because we're really taking cues from the viewing audience. We're looking at what they're searching for. And when they see the keyword phrases that are up in their head, the things they just typed out, that's going to result in them more likely clicking on our video. Bonus, anytime I talk about video titles, I always talk about 2 things. As in, when you create a video title, you always want to include 2 things. Number 1, a YouTube keyword phrase, and then number 2, something that makes the title and or thumbnail compelling. How can you make a compelling video title or thumbnail? Well, first off, it's not so much about the aesthetics, how pretty, how captivating the image is of your thumbnail. It's much more about the messaging. The thing you can think about is create curiosity, create intrigue. And another thing you can do is to get really specific with numbers. The more specific, the better. Like, I can create a video talking about how to get more views fast, and it's so generic, it's so overused. But if I say, here's how you can get more views in 2 or 3 minutes, that's captivating and powerful. Now, to be fair, I have to back that up in my content, but when I do that, it really creates a sense of urgency. They have to click, and then the video keeps them watching, and that's how I drove close to 2 million views with one particular video. I also want to mention in this screenshot here, notice the words on the screen of my video. I really am trying to understand and honor what my viewers want. They don't want complicated ways to get views, and notice the text, the easy way to get views. And it worked. Bonus, I want to recommend you really focus on 2 types of keyword phrases. 1, high search volumes, topics that are uber popular, driving crazy views, millions of views, knowing it probably won't work out, but I am creating a video based on something the broad audience values. And then item number 2 is to create videos based on items that have low volume and less competition. By doing both of these things, you're going to be far more likely to show up and start driving views. But how do we know exactly which keyword phrases drive more volume? Well, if we search again, notice the search suggestions or the related search terms that YouTube provides, they're not listed alphabetically. Notice this phrase here, YouTube keyword research Bangla. Now, if it was alphabetical, that would be the second phrase listed, but instead, the second phrase is YouTube keyword research tool. Why is that? Easy. It's more popular. More viewers are searching for it, so that's something you may want to think about or target down the line. But the rub is those terms that have the most search volume, that are more popular, are going to be more competitive. Again, I think it makes sense to target both to ensure your success moving forward. Let's jump into part 4. This is YouTube keyword research and your competition. One of the very best things you can do before you get started is to really ensure that you're in a proven and qualified niche. A lot of people are thinking, if I can just find this one niche where there's no competition, it doesn't exist. And sadly, when you go that route, you're really not sure if it'll pan out, if it'll work out, if your videos will gain subscribers, build your business, or make you money. Instead, I think it's really smart to look for between 3 and 5 other channels that are covering similar topics that you'd like to cover. Then, as we move forward, you can pay attention and see if the top performing videos in your particular niche are showing up for various keyword phrases, allowing you really the information you need to make a good decision. Can I compete? And this video is such a great example. Very few of my top competitors in the YouTube growth space had really covered this particular keyword phrase. I was confident that I would be able to land in the top results on search for this phrase, and that would allow me to bring in viewers and subscribers and grow. Even with just 10 to 20 views a day, I'm still getting 1 to 2 subscribers. What if you had 10 of those videos? You'd literally almost be at 1,000 subscribers in like 5 or 6 weeks. I don't do math, but you get me. And I'll mention, when publishing this video, it did really poorly out of the gate. However, today when I come back, I notice it's number 2 out of 10 based on the first 108 days of its performance. One of the reasons big YouTubers are big is that they have videos that are driving views every day, days, weeks, even years after they publish their video. This video is only driving 40 or 50 views a day, but 40 to 50 views a day every day with people subscribing really adds up. And part 5 of YouTube keyword research is really how to uncover and identify, how to find more keyword phrases so you have more options and you can actually find these kinds of terms that aren't uber competitive. Follow these strategies and you'll be amazed at just how far you go. In fact, check it out. This is my video ranking in Google for YouTube tags to get more views 2024. We want to start off with what I like to call a seed keyword phrase. This is a 2 or maybe it's a 3-word phrase that really describes the broad topic of your channel and really what you want to communicate and make videos about. You want to take that 2 or 3-word phrase and then simply go to YouTube and start typing that in. You want to add in an A and then a B and so on. So for my channel and my niche, my seed keywords might be things like get views, get subscribers, and YouTube algorithm. So I can go to YouTube and I can type in get views A, get views B, get views C, and notice when I do that, I'm getting suggested keyword phrases and video topics that are qualified, that my audience is interested in. And I can draw inspiration, create content based on these keywords, and then I can optimize my titles in a specific way to ensure I get those views. This is a really simple way to generate huge lists of different video topics that you can leverage. Another thing you can do to generate even more keyword phrases and further reduce the competition is to be aware that people search in different ways, meaning they use different words to describe the same thing. Buy, purchase, order, buy a Halloween costume with free shipping. These are all search terms that people are searching for. When you identify these, for example, they are almost guaranteed to generate a result in a purchase because the searcher is searching for that very thing. Very powerful. Here's another really powerful way to come up with an extensive list of keyword phrases that, again, your audience, it's like they're saying, please help me understand this particular topic. You can take any type of a game, any type of a topic, a book, or whatever, and you can exhaustively go through and identify specific things. Like back in the day, I taught people how to build websites with WordPress, and some of the terms people were searching for were things like permalinks. Now, ranking for how to optimize your permalinks was a lot easier, and still it's the same person that's trying to search for how to build a website with WordPress, which is 1,000,000 times more competitive. Food for thought. So you can go through and look at a book, for example, look at the chapters in a book and see if anything pops out like, I wonder if people are searching for this type of a phrase. Oh, another really powerful idea is to think about what I like to call just born keyword phrases. Now, these are keyword phrases that are going to happen in the future. Like I remember back in the day, I saw there was a new Star Trek movie coming out around 2010, and I created some content around Star Trek and the new movie. And by the time Halloween came around, I drove so many views. The same thing can be said for a new game that's coming out, a new opportunity, a new book by your favorite author, and more. Now, there's one other thing you can do to really boost your views, and that's to optimize your video and your video title in a very specific way. And this video on the screen now that we talked about in this video will show you how. Click on that video, and when you do, you'll feed a poodle. You dig?